Hey folks, it's Kenya here with Root Rise Yoga today, and I'm here to offer you a mini sequence targeting the side body and how that may offer some opportunities for release actually in your lower back for those of us who may be experiencing tightness in our lower back or tension or the aches and pains of our low back. We're going to focus about 15 minutes on our side body and see what residual effects that might bring to us. So let's get started. All right. So I'm on my mat. We are going to be on our knees today, but I'm also going to show you some variations if you don't feel like being on your knees today, or your knees are a little bit cranky today. But we'll start off on our knees. Knees about hip distance apart, or whatever feels comfortable for your body distance-wise. And you may want to have a block available. That might help. We'll see what happens as we kind of move through this sequence. I'm going to take my right leg and extend it out, having toes pointed forward, foot flat. If for some reason your ankle or foot doesn't have that kind of mobility today, you can rest toes forward and have the foot on the edge of a blanket as a variation. So we're going to settle into this position. Take a breath here. Really ground down the outer edge of that foot as if you're pressing against the base of a wall or the base of a blanket if you're up on a blanket. Spread the toes. Check in with your pelvis. You may be tilting your pelvis forward, so let's bring that into what's more neutral for you today. And we're going to start off, I'm going to start off with a block. And you can pick a level. I'm going to start mine off on the lowest level, but we may want to start with let's just start with the highest level. And we're going to place our left hand on the block, grounding through the base of the thumb, index finger, pinky, and then we'll keep our fingers spread, almost as if we're gripping the block or suctioning the block. We're not, and you may feel as if you're sinking into the block. Actually, we're using this side body to lessen how much pressure we have in the block. So I'm just using it for light support, really engaging the side body, transverse abdominals, swinging this right hand forward, palms down. I'm going to take my arm and bring my shoulders into alignment by moving my arm bones back into my shoulder. Checking in with that foot. Pressure on the block should just be light. Whew, working hard. Now that our the arm bone is set in the shoulder, shoulders are aligned, sweep the right hand in line overhead, ears in line with the upper arm. And I like to think of a string, my fingers on the right hand reaching up. Left foot is grounded and pressing into that imaginary wall with that outer edge of the foot, light engagement in the block. And for a flow, if you would like to flow with this, something I'm playing with is Sit back, exhale, sweep the arm down. Inhale, arm comes forward, hand down, arm bone comes back into the shoulder and then sweeps overhead on the exhale. And when your next inhale comes, we'll rise up to our starting position. And then we'll extend over the right leg, palm down, upper arm in line with the ear. Head placement can be down at the floor, forward or up. Whooshing exhale keeps the transverse abdominals engaged. Arms to a T. Bring the leg in. Let's repeat that on the other side. Extend the left leg down, toes forward, slight bend in the knee, but pressing that outer foot into a blanket or wall. Again, if your ankle today doesn't give you that mobility, use a rolled up blanket. Check in with your pelvis. Find a neutral alignment in your spine. Lean to the right. Place your palm on the block, grounding through the thumb, index finger, pinky. Check in with the pressure on the block. Think about palming the block or suctioning the block with the palm. Light pressure on the block, really engaging the side body. Left arm sweeps around, palm down. Before we go overhead, we're going to seat the arm bone into the shoulder. Move the shoulder blades so that they're in alignment with each other. I shouldn't say shoulder blades, the shoulders. Then the arm goes up and overhead. Thinking about a string of energy extending out through the fingertips, down through the left leg. Breathing, transverse abdominals. Whooshing breath engages the abs. On your next inhale, we'll come up to a T and then extend over the left leg, right arm up and over. And then we'll come back to a T. Now, the version of that, if today your knees are cranky, we can also do that similar flow standing. Let me move my blanket and my block. Get my chair. And you could stand hip distance apart, slight bend in the knee, extend the right leg out, have your chair at a distance that's comfortable for you. So our knee is tracking over our second toe. We're spreading the mat here, grounding the outer edge of the foot on the right side, and we'll do that same flow. Arm comes forward, shoulders come into alignment, arm sweeps overhead. And then rotate over to the other side. So that's the version, folks, For those of you who want to be on your knees or don't want to be on your knees. So I encourage you to play with that, really engaging the side body and see what effects that have on your low back. So really enjoyed today. I encourage you to explore your side body and how that may impact your low back. See you next time.